Hello, welcome back to the chaos that is Shiny in Books. Haven't been here in a while. We're going to ignore that and get straight into it. I'm going to be picking a TBR. We're heading towards the second half of May, so I guess this is going to be my June TBR / winter reads. I don't know, second half of May into June, maybe into July. I don't know, I can't get the lighting to go right, so let's just do it. If you haven't seen, I sometimes do a spin on the TBR jar thing where I have a TBR jar, I pull out 10, I put each prompt onto a pin and do 10 pin bowling. Then whatever I knock down are the books that I have to read, or I have to find a book to match the prompt. I don't know, I've been doing this a couple of years, but let's pull out some stuff. My camera doesn't have autofocus though, so you're just gonna have to trust me because I'm not gonna try and focus it on the prompt. All right, first one is pink. A good sign because it's my favorite color. This says, ooh, color in the title. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. You're just gonna have to believe me. Okay, so that's number 1. Can you keep count? Tell me when I get to 10. Okay, next. Oh, we have a blue.
One of my favorite colors.
Your favorite color? This one is translated. Again, just believe me. Okay, I'm gonna dig down to the bottom.
Oh, that's deep.
That's deep. Oh, another pink. This one says noun in the title, which should be easier. Oh, I've got a yellow. This one says, this one says not set in our world, which means it's going to be fantasy or sci-fi. So there we go.
Let me read this one.
What the paper says?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't know how to read.
No, I'm just doing it quietly.
Okay, you see what it says first. Is it a good one?
Good one.
It's a good one. Okay, it says, oh, it is a good one.
I told you I'm good at reading.
Okay, it says a book club book.
You're close to it.
Okay, let's get this blue from the bottom.
Yep, it's a good one.
It's a good one. Says, has been on a TBR before. Wait, don't get in frame because you don't have clothes on. Okay, another yellow.
Then I'm going to do this one.
Sure. This one says, has an epilogue. Oh, you want to pull one out? Okay.
Yeah, because
You can take one out. Yeah, your hand is actually fits in there a lot easier. Oh, a green one. It says yellow cover. Okay, so 2 more. This one says 5-star prediction.
One of your favorite colors.
What? Pink again, you think? Okay. This one says a number in the title. All right, let me set these up, bowl it down, and then pick the books. You can go a little bit closer. Okay, ready?
Yeah,
Go.
Ooh.
Oh, you knocked down 4. All right, I'm back to tell you the books that I have chosen. Of course, I didn't knock down the one that said a book club book. I will start by telling you the book clubs and like the required reading that I have planned as I normally do. So even though I didn't knock down the book club book pin, I will be, as always, participating in book clubs, which reminds me to tell you about my own book club. I did always say that I was going to do the live shows for this year a little bit delayed after the month that the books were for. Didn't intend it to be this delayed because all the books I'm picking are like new releases. So to give everyone extra time, I was going to do it delayed. It's a bit delayed, but I do have the live show for Blob, which I don't have a physical copy for, and the Baby Dragon Cafe I will do in the next week or 2. I don't know, live shows are hard for me to schedule, but I've read both and I will be doing the live show for that one soon. And then if you've read the new Abby Jimenez, that live show will again be coming a couple of weeks after because this was the April book. The May book is the new Emily Henry, Great Big Beautiful Life. Did I say the title of the other one? Say You'll Remember Me, and then Great Big Beautiful Life will be coming next. And then June's book is the new Ashley Herring Blake, Dream On, Ramona Riley. So those live shows will be coming at some point. I'm not the best at hosting a book club. It's really just me picking books that I want all my friends to read so that we can all have read it together. Anyway, and then other people's book clubs. I think I saw that Kayla's book club, the Literally Dead book club, was reading Bat Eater coming up by Kylie Lee Baker, which I got approved for an arc of that one at the end of last year, and I still haven't read it because I'm nervous. I got told by Jan literally ages ago when I think a couple of years ago, Jan messaged me when she was reading a Kylie Lee Baker book. It was a fantasy book, and she messaged me to say that I would probably like the mixed race discussions in that book, and I never picked it up, not because I don't trust Jan, because I do, but I don't know, I get nervous when people specifically say you will like this, and then I'm like, uh-oh, what if I don't like it? I've been meaning to pick up from this author for so long, and yeah, I really need to get to that arc so that I can review it, but I'm super excited to read that one. That one is like a horror that's set during COVID times, but I'm kind of nervous about like how much horror is going to be in it, but I'm definitely going to read it. And then I don't know the months because I'm like all frazzled with everything, but I do think that Gabby's book club is reading Immaculate Conception coming up in a month, in like maybe June, by Ling Ling Huang. And I loved the previous book that I read from this author, Natural Beauty. And I also have an arc for this one, so I need to get to those, especially if there's going to be a book club and a discussion happening. I would love to read both of those as soon as possible. So those are like book club plans. And then I do always try and participate in the Buzzword Reading Challenge by Kayla. And this year she has a prompt for the book title and a prompt for the book cover. I'm a little behind with some of the months, so I will catch up. I don't really know what I'm going to read. June's word is memory words. So I don't know. I don't know what to read for that. I don't know if I have anything. So let me know if you already have planned out what your June book is going to be. And the June book cover is Celestial. Again, I haven't really decided. So I'm going to have a think about that one. I still haven't read my May one. May for the cover challenge is Eyes. I think I'm going to read this one, Fundamentally, which I think is about a woman who gets a job in Iraq. Obviously this has eyes on the cover, so maybe that. I don't know. I haven't planned out. I'm unorganized. So I'm just going to get into what I knocked down with the pins. I knocked down 4 books, or Kian knocked down 4 because he bowled it for me. So the first one that I have is Translated. And for this one, I've had this on a TBR before, and I am halfway through it. But this one is Welcome to the Hunangdong Bookshop by Huang Bo Rem. I think I put this on my TBR like the last video I posted, and I have started it. I don't know if I'm going to need to start over, but I also saw that I think this was Jan's book club pick for this month, I think. So once I finish it, I'll be able to look at her spoiler discussion on it. But this one is like a cozy book where the main character opens up a bookshop. And I've liked what I've read so far, but I need to get to the rest of it. I'm actually going to read it this week, the remaining part of it, for a video, which I would love your opinions on videos. Do you prefer reading vlogs over like a sit-down discussion about the books? Because I cancel videos so often, but I had a different video that I was going to read this for, and now I've changed it so that I can still use it in a video, but the video has changed. So let me know if you like vlogs the most. I feel like most people like vlogs, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I need to get to this one. Kian's making noise behind me. Next up, I also plan to read this already this year, but this one that I have is for a yellow cover. So the book that I've chosen is Woman Eating by Claire Coda. I was going to read this at the start of the year for Gabby Reads Winterween readathon, and I think this was the only book that I didn't read for that readathon that I had planned. But she does have Summerween coming up. I think it's in July, so maybe I can read this for Summerween. I don't know. It's a horror book, and I think it is about a vampire. I think it's one of those like horror lit fic like crossovers, sort of. I think. I don't know. It's pretty short though, so hopefully I can at least get to this. And it is very yellow. This one I'm cheating a bit, but the prompt has been on a TBR before. Technically, this exact book hasn't. I think in my last TBR video, I said I was going to reread all of the original Hunger Games books so that I can continue on with the 4th and 5th one that I hadn't read. I did reread the original 3, but I've started the audiobook for the 4th book, and then I just recently got this book. Kian chose it for me. Every time in the shops, something about this book, he always says to me, you should get that book. And I kept telling him I hadn't read the 4th book and that I didn't want to get it because then all the books wouldn't match. But he really wanted me to get it. And so, yeah, this was his Mother's Day present to me. Yeah, this was one of the books he picked for me for Mother's Day. So, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Yeah, I don't remember if this exact book I mentioned on my last TBR, but regardless, I had the series on my TBR. So I'm going to finally finish and get up to date with it. I am excited to read this one. I'm more excited for this one than the 4th one, whatever the 4th one is. So that's that one. The last prompt that I had knocked down is Colour in the Title, which I struggled with because I thought I had nothing. And then I remembered that I just bought this one, Silverborn by Jessica Townsend, and silver is a colour. This one is so long, but it is middle grade, so I hope it's going to be fairly quick-ish. I just bought this one as well. It only just came out. It is the 4th book in the series, the Nevermore series, or I don't know Yeah, fourth book in the Nevermore series. The first one is obviously called Nevermore. It is a middle grade series, Australian author. I don't know if I need to reread the first three. I really don't want to because I just want to get to this one. I feel like it's going to be fine. But yeah, the books are basically, it's like, it gives you the vibes of like Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Divergent, those sort of books, but for a middle grade audience. So there's not like a bunch of deaths. So if anyone is looking for like a cozier, less stressful version of those that is aimed at a middle grade audience, because I believe the main character is like 12 in these, I really enjoy this series. I think it's really fun and I'm excited to start this one. Ooh, dragon on the cover. So that is that one. Yeah, let me know what you're planning to read in the next couple of months. Or you can let me know some recent books that you've read that you think I might enjoy. Apologies for my absence. I just took a break, but I am feeling renewed and rejuvenated, and I have like fun, fresh ideas for videos. I was just, a certain video's comment section was just really annoying me, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a break. But yeah, I took a break. I actually started posting on an entirely different channel, which a lot of people, not a lot, a fair few people, more than expected, actually messaged me or commented on a video on that channel being like, oh, I didn't know you had another channel. And yeah, no one knew because I just randomly started it. So apparently there is a crossover between the bookish audience and the audience of that other channel. But yeah, I just made it and started like posting on it separately without ever talking about it here, because I did hear somewhere that when you make a new channel, it's better to just see if the algorithm can like figure out who it should be sending it to without you sending a prior audience over. I don't know if that was right, but apparently it is right because people were finding it, and apparently there's a crossover. I don't know. I will leave a link to it below. Do not feel the pressure to go over and watch it. It is a Sims channel, so if anyone plays Sims, apparently there's a crossover between people who read books and people who play The Sims, which I should have probably expected because yeah, some people were randomly recommended the video and saw it and were like, I had no idea you had a Sims channel, which yeah, no one had any idea that I had a Sims channel because I just randomly did it. I've been posting pretty consistently over there in the last 3 months that I haven't been posting here. For a little while, I was actually posting daily, a video daily there. It's a lot easier to make daily videos on Sims than it is to make daily videos on books though, so I will say that. But yeah, I was getting a bit of momentum. For a second, I thought it was probably going to take over the amount on this channel. It hasn't. It's slowed back down to a normal pace now. But yeah, if you do want to go over there, you can. But don't feel the pressure to do that if you don't like Sims content, because that's totally fine. I would rather only have people go over that actually want to watch that content. But yeah, if you are curious, I'll leave it linked below if you would like to see the channel that I was posting on while I was neglecting this channel. But yeah, that's the books that I'm planning to read. Currently have a lot of ideas for this channel, so hopefully I'm back to being consistent, and keep an eye out for the live shows if you're interested in seeing my thoughts on those book club books. Appreciate you being here. If you are here for this video and stayed till the end, thank you very much. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm gonna go because my kid is asking for help. So